Here we go.
What?
No.
What?
It's funny.
What, you don't even know what you're going to ask us?
Together.
Should we have sent you a list of questions?
I'm not good with scripts. Ask Liana.
Oh.
She was
asked
like,
for questions ahead of time. He said no.
I knew there wouldn't
there
be
isn't
any ahead
any.
of time.
There isn't any. These are the questions.
I get it.
I know. You've worked
Met
with me
your
already.
friends.
Yes, unfortunately.
Hung out at your party.
True.
She knows.
I know. So, we are with Meg Morman, Sunny Boling of Morman Boling Casting.
Hello.
It's like the hot casting directors in town.
Thanks.
Is that what it is?
Sure.
We'll
take that.
That's our tagline.
That is your tagline.
Hot casting directors.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. And obviously, we know each other because you're casting my movie
Yes.
as we speak.
Yes.
Yep.
But, thanks for being on Short Showcase. And we just wanted to kind of talk a little bit, shoot the SHIT, about the new indie filmmakers coming out, guys in film school and gals in film school, doing shorts, because I know you guys have done a lot of shorts, and you're casting a lot of shorts, and you're doing stuff for Chapman as we speak.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Pray tell.
Well, pray tell.
Pray tell.
We've worked cast a number of shorts, mostly for AFI, and then now for Chapman University. A producer who used to run the AFI program or be one of the heads is now one of the heads at Chapman University in their graduate department. So it was a natural transition to work on the kind of projects they're doing.
But you mostly handle features, obviously.
Yes. Mostly features.
So your background is...
I have an acting background.
No, but like work back with regards to casting. So how'd you get into the business is what I'm saying.
From my acting background. I went to school for acting.
Trained thespian.
Yeah, well.
Watch out.
Watch out.
Watch out.
I've got a BFA in acting, and in order to graduate from my program, you had to do an internship in casting.
Got it.
So the idea was that it would scare you off of acting, I think, or
right.
at least give you a reality check, and it did. I did an internship out in LA.
Yeah.
And really liked casting, and so from my internship, I went to work at 20th Century Fox in the feature department there, and that's where I started casting movies.
And you cast a whole bunch there, obviously.
Yeah, for about 2 years.
Right.
That's where Sunny and I met. We both worked together there. We overlapped about a year.
Yeah, I think so.
And we would, at any given time, have 25, 30 films in various stages of development and casting while we were there. So
nice.
Yeah.
And yourself? Through 20th Century Fox as well?
Yes, I came out to LA from, I finished school at Johns Hopkins University, came out to LA knowing I wanted to be in the film business through a film program called the Los Angeles Film Studies Center. It's a very small program.
Yeah.
And part of it is to intern about 25, 30 hours a week. So Meg actually hired me as an intern at the 20th Century Fox office.
Free labor, baby.
That's right.
That's right.
Free labor. I have like 2 Mexican cousins that'll do that right now.
We'll take them.
We'll take them.
We take advantage of the free labor.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Well, that's how so many people get started.
No,
and while I was interning in the office there, I was offered a job to be assistant to one of the heads of casting. And, had no money. I put myself through school. I said, I will take your job. And ended up working there almost 2 years, not quite, in casting.
And then you guys went off on your own and did your own thing, right?
Eventually.
Well, yeah.
Eventually.
At first, we worked with other casting directors. I worked in development, ran a record label, small.
What? Say what?
Yeah.
Dog
Took a
pound?
little side
Yeah,
track.
exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. So, and then, of course, you started your own company, you guys.
Yes. Yep.
And obviously, you're well known in town. I had heard about you guys. It just so happens that you guys are casting Night Crew.
Right.
Yes.
And that's a horrible experience, I'm sure, working with myself.
It's taxing.
It is taxing. I'm a full-time job.
You are a lot of work.
I know. It's hard being this way, you know what I mean? It takes a lot of upkeep. It takes a lot of upkeep. So, no, but, you guys did a lot of Sundance films, right? That's kind of was, you guys' claim to fame as casting directors as your new thing. Correct?
Yeah, we've had
am I
several
wrong?
films at Sundance and other festivals, South by Southwest, Tribeca. A lot of our films start in the festival circuit and then get distribution.
Right.
Most of our stuff ends up doing well at festivals, winning awards and things like that.
So advice for first-time filmmakers, student filmmakers, guys doing shorts in their backyard like I did. I mean, when it comes to casting, what are you looking for? What do you do with terms of talent, or searching for talent, or searching for kind of what are your kind of little criteria when it comes to working with directors and working with talent? I mean, especially with directors. I was working with you guys, so Obviously, our first time working together, you're like, oh, he sucks, or whatever. I'm kidding.
That's why we came today.
Right,
to
exactly.
let you know you suck.
Yes, I know. It's keeping
Sorry.
it honest. We keep it honest here.
I would say, I think for anything, short film, feature, the script is the most important thing to spend time on.
Right.
Because we see a lot of people who are really excited to get going. They get a little bit of money, but their script could be better. It could use
AKA
another pass.
sucks.
AKA sucks. But no,
It does
I mean, there's a lot of material out there, so you have to look at it as, especially if you're going after name talent for anything,
Right.
they have a lot of options.
Right, and let's talk about that for 2 seconds,
Yeah.
because now the game has changed so much in the indie world, especially, that attaching name talent is what greenlights your project for the most part. And
Yes.
nowadays, people are going out with money. Hey, indie film or whatever, short films, whatever.
Right.
They're like, oh, sweet, I'm going to make a movie, but they have 0 names in it, and they don't
Right.
understand that that's the name of the game when it comes to distribution. You
Right,
have to
yeah.
have at least some bankable talent in there.
Right.
And obviously now you guys and the casting directors has become such a different dynamic when it comes to casting talent. Now it's almost like you're serving as producers on the
Right.
film, even though you're not labeled as producers, but you guys are now kind of that in-between point where you guys are helping greenlight the
Right.
project because of who you're getting in your networks and
Right.
casting
Exactly.
talent, right?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. And people of all budget levels want someone
Right.
that they
Right.
can hang their
I want
hat
Brad
on.
Pitt, I got 50 grand.
Right.
Can we do it, guys?
Right.
Guys, can we do it? No.
And that's where you have to be often the negative voice, unfortunately.
Right.
You have to be the one telling them, well, this wonderful horror film you're making for $200,000, not everybody's going to want to do it.
Right.
And it's hard to be in that position. Of
course.
Often sitting down with these people who are so excited and making their project, and I'm just saying, no, it's not going to happen.
Right.
We find that in taking meetings on projects, a lot of people see this work for hiring actors as like, but they should be so lucky
Right.
to be in my project.
Of course.
And we're like, no, it's a job.
Right.
And they are taking a risk on you, especially if you're a first-time filmmaker, short filmmaker, student filmmaker. The talent, if they have a large resume, is taking a risk on you. You're not taking a risk on them.
Right.
Nice.
And it's a different way of viewing it, because everybody's like, I'm making this great art. My mom loves it. I'm like, yeah, I know, but that doesn't mean everybody else will.
Right.
Especially when you're reading scripts all the time, you quickly see what's out there and what's available.
Right.
And the competition
Right.
that exists.
It's huge, yeah.
It is huge.
Nice. So, indie film now, for, again, giving drops of wisdom, small, succinct fortune cookie knowledge to these new directors and writers and whatever, what would you say? Drop me some knowledge. Keep it succinct.
I think when working with actors, directors have to have a really clear picture of what they want.
Yes.
It's less important how the actor feels in an audition and more important if you're getting what you want or not. Actors are always looking, especially experienced actors, they're looking at new directors and saying, does this person have a vision? Is it clear? Are they going to be strong enough to collaborate with me but also tell me what they're wanting?
Right.
I think that's the most important thing.
Nice. Pervu.
Oh my, so much pressure. I think talent wants to trust the director beyond knowing where the camera is going to be,
Right.
but also that they're putting their whole performance in the hands of someone that they may or may not know well. Especially if you're attaching a name talent,
Right.
you're showing up the day of shooting, maybe the
Without
day
even reading the
before.
script.
Yeah, having no
Sometimes.
knowledge.
That happens all the time.
Yes,
It does.
That's happened to me many times.
And just saying, all right,
Here's your
tell me
sides,
what
dude.
you want.
Yeah.
Here's your sides.
Yeah.
What are
Yeah.
we doing? This is what we're doing.
And there's, I think, this isn't as succinct as I wanted, but I think with short filmmakers, one of the tricks is you do not, when you're in school, you can often rehearse endlessly with all your buddies that you're putting in your thing that you're shooting in your dorm room.
Right.
When it comes to real life, you do not get that kind of
Real
rehearsal.
actors. Working
Yes,
real
working actors,
Working actors.
shooting something around their busy schedule where they're trying to make a living, eking out on commercials and everything else.
Right.
They've come
Bartending
to
job.
give you some time,
Yeah.
and you're not going to get hours and hours and hours of rehearsal.
Of course.
So it's best to go in knowing my plan. What do I want? What do I see? Let them trust me as I'm guiding this ship.
Right.
You're
Right.
the boss, and you have
Absolutely.
to know what you're doing.
Be prepared.
Yes.
Preparation is key.
Be prepared.
Yeah. It's always hard when you have a filmmaker who's really passionate about their project and is like, this is what I want. And you're like, well, well, yeah, you may, but this is who you can have.
Right, of course.
But it's also the fun part of saying, no, well, let's think outside the box and
Right.
give you some other options.
Right. Well,
You
it's
know,
also the other
excited
thing which a lot of people don't know when it comes to, student short films. They don't even understand. They have yet to enter into the world of foreign financing,
Right.
all that stuff where
Right.
your cast is not driven by your taste. Your cast is driven by your foreign financing guys.
Right.
And you better hope the foreign financing guys' taste, you like some of the guys on their list. That's what we've been going through,
Right.
obviously.
Yes.
That's how we...
But I think with like short films,
Yes.
you can still aspire for the best actor for the job. I think
Right.
there is sometimes just an acceptance of, well,
Right.
this is all I'm going to be able
course,
to get
of course.
because I'm making a short film.
Right.
And what we find is that people want to work, and if the material is awesome, you can get just good actors.
Good actors,
Right.
yes.
To work, even people who work all the time on television,
Yeah.
you can
Right.
get
Series
them to do
regulars
something
and all
Yep.
that.
if the script is good and you've got a good enough vision of what you want.
Right. They're like,
And
sweet, I got the
rather than
bartender on
settling.
2.5 Men.
Right.
Yes. But
Well,
then you're not
exactly.
settling for just like,
No, I
oh,
know.
my roommate,
Right,
he's
absolutely.
kind of like this guy,
Right.
and, which I think is a mistake. Not everyone plays themselves well or translates well on
No.
camera.
No.
We get that a lot where people are like, well, I wrote it because it's just my buddy, and we bring the buddy in, and
Right.
Well,
we have
Happened
other
to me.
options. Happened to
Happened to
you.
me.
It
I've heard
did.
it 2 times, many times.
yes.
You're like, you're gonna go with that guy? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Please don't. Please. We ask you for
Keep
shoot
it
for the
real.
moon.
Yeah.
Shoot for the moon.
Yeah.
So, advice to up and coming casting director. What does it take to get in the casting business, become casting directors?
Usually you have to intern for free for a while for someone.
Pay your dues.
Yes.
Yes, pay your dues, and then you get a low-level assistant job. And
Mailroom.
Exactly, just like the mailroom.
Yes.
And then you prove yourself, and hopefully you're with someone who wants to teach and wants to encourage you to grow as as a casting director, because you have to figure out what your taste is, figure out how you audition people, learn all the sort of ins and outs of doing deals and things like that. So you just ideally grow as you would in any job.
So basically, I can send anybody to watch Michael J. Fox's Secret of My Success. Throw it for casting.
There you go.
That's what it is.
Casting is a
No, I'm
hands-on. You have to learn by doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not everyone is still then cut out for it, but you have to do. But you're not always going to start with a low-level starting job either. I mean, my first job was working at Fox, and
Right.
at a very high level and working on 10, 15 movies at a time, and which was awesome because then you can go do anything you want,
Right. Yeah.
basically.
Absolutely.
And it gave me
Yeah.
the confidence to say, well, I could do this for myself then,
Right.
start my own company,
Which you did.
which we did, and it's been 7 years.
Yeah.
7 lovely years.
Yeah.
Rainbows and unicorns.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. Well, you guys, thanks for being on the show.
You're welcome.
Hope to work together soon.
Hi, I'm Meg Morman,
And I'm Sunny Boling, and you're watching Short Showcase.
where shorts get shown.
Boom! Yahoo! Wait, I'm gonna take a picture, you guys. Wait, take a.